Hello and welcome to one final map build with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB. You're very welcome. So, okay, here we go again. It's been a lot of hard work so far. For those who haven't seen, or maybe watching on catch up, this is how we are at the moment. Hi, Dan. Is that Dan? Hang on, WRD. Yeah, it's Dan. Hi, Dan. Right, so yeah, this is where we are at the moment. Big mountains around the outside, a few liner mountains on the inside, just out of the 25 tiles. 25 tiles has water in every single tile. We've got a castle, which is unfinished. We've got a load of rivers, which are unfinished. A load of waterfalls, which are unfinished. We've got a load of mountains, which are mostly sort of finished, but not finished. Forestry hasn't been started. Resources haven't been started. Last few days, though, I've been working on the network. And I think we can see it's starting to look better. Starting to look a lot better. Thanks, Dan. Yes. This intersection has caused me a lot of grief and heartache because I've got my note in front of me, right? I have my picture that I've been working from, and I've been blaming a gutting navy, going, this intersection is broken. There's like a couple of bits that don't connect, so I've ended up putting a little loop in here, right? And it now works. So basically this was missing, right? No, not really. Not really. I couldn't see in my image because it was in the foreground. And because it was in the foreground, I was looking past it. There is actually a slip road, but I'm not really sure I can make the slip road work. In fact, there's two. There's one which should come off of here and connect up down here. And then there is one which should peel off of here and connect up onto here. The thing is, these are going to be quite tight. This is going to be a tight turning, because while I could start it a little way back, in fact, you could argue I could start it from about here and go straight across there, save going all the way in and all the way out. I want to keep it sort of compact, so it would have to be tight here, and again, it's no tighter than this. So you could have two side by side, sort of an incomplete loop. But do you know what? And also this one down this way. This loop here does serve the purpose. Now, whether it'll handle the traffic, that's a different question. That's why I'm going to have to do a test build on here before I upload the map. But if it can't handle the traffic, then I will have to put in the a little connector here, a little slip road into there, and that'll be complete. But I think that's pretty. I think it's pretty. I've also off camera, complicated, definitely complicated. Yes, to get from the bridge. Everybody loves a big old bridge. To get from the bridge to the tunnel, if I remember rightly here, I've got to get this right, okay? If I put in the slip road, it'll be zoom. Got it? Zoom. Easy as that. But no, you come off the ramp here. Thank you, Mr. Motorbike. Down, around, looping under. I have done all the pillars and all the glitchy bits. All the highways and stuff around here are, hang on, saying it's pillar free under here. Is that encroaching a little bit? Just a little bit. That's going, ooh, not having that. How very dare. It's very rude. Very rude. How do you look there? Nope. I'm going to rotate that to be angled with the highway underneath. Right, anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, you come off of here, you take the slip road down this way. This is the most complicated of all the routes, okay? Most of them are much simpler. You come down here, you merge down under here onto this highway. You then follow this up here. You take the right. You take the right. I think you take... I can't remember if you take the right. No, you take the left. My bad. You take the left. See, I'm lost myself. You take the left. You follow the ramp up. You take the left here. You follow the ramp across. You stay left. You stay left. You stay left. And once you get onto this highway here, that will lead you off and out. There we are. It's about an hour and a half's work last night. That's the most convoluted. So basically in, loop, down, loop, loop, down and out. Everything else is much simpler, but that's the one where you look and you go, really? You're making... Yes, I'm going to make cars do that, all right? There's no petrol in this game. It's all digital, right? Anyway, so the intersection is done. I'm happy with the intersection, sort of, until I know whether or not it works. The highway that ends here is going to end here. That's going no further. A litre of gas. Yes, it really would with your Winnebago joblet. Anyway, we've got these. I've moved again because I want this to be suited for 100% vanilla gameplay. I've left a gap between the two highways here so that people playing with no mods can connect to the highways and build out into that area. We have this road, which... Where are we? Here we go. At this point, we enter the start square. So you can start building here, and then you've got this road which leads into the middle of the map, more or less down this side, for your downtown or uptown or left town or sideways town or whatever. Why is it called a downtown? I don't know why they call it a downtown. Anyway, so, I mean, uptown is where all the posh people live, right? Downtown would be where all the squalor is, surely. Yeah, that's where all the most expensive buildings are. I don't understand. I did a little bit of work to the bridge. I've moved it closer together so that we don't have this separation going up between the two highways. I have put vanilla keys. Can't really see from that side. There's a little bit of glitching. Might be a pillar glitching under there. I'll do something to fix that at some point. Again, not everything's finished though. So we have this concreted up, which means that has something solid to wire down and into, which is something that was mentioned on my channel by a viewer at one point, that these things that start from mid-air, they've got to have something solid to link onto, otherwise it's just the whole thing's going to collapse. So that would be anchored, as would this be over here, somewhere down here, it'd be anchored in. I've added a little bit of a key front around there as well, just for aesthetics more than anything. And that is done. And the only other thing that I've done off camera was the tunnels. The tunnel is now in place. I have raised the level of the water under here so that we don't actually have the tunnel above water level height. And I've done detailing on this side with the quay walls. I have also added in the I think this is a bringer special, isn't it, with the trenches, creating some kind of roof, a couple of pillars in there so that they're supported, and with any luck, if I start simulation there, because we've got the air conditioning here, which will be pumping out the fumes from the tunnel. He loves a big old tunnel. And if you look here, there we go. I decided to go under rather than over on the steam vents. Where are we? Is that actually? It's not. I don't know if it's actually in the exact right place. But anyway, yeah. We're going to have a steam spawner coming out of the aircon just to make it look like they are actually working and doing something useful. I'm going to do something very similar over the other side, over here, with steam vents over here already in place, and I'll do the old key. I might even be able to just copy paste the whole freaking thing. Ooh, go on then, let's try it. It's probably not going to work because these things never do, but we can try it. First of all, grab all of that, then no, 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 nope, 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 nope. Oh, it's going to be hard to get under the ones underneath, isn't it? It's going to be really difficult to get those ones under there. I don't know if that's going to work. Maybe. Oh, it's just not going to work, is it? I'm not going to be allowed to. Dang it. Ding it, dang it, dingly dangly. I'm just going to have to make it from scratch. Shush, Mr. Motorbike. Shush. Right, anyway. I'm all right with that. Love the steam. Yes, it's a lovely little thing, isn't it? It's just not quite in the right place there, is it? Let me budge if I can find the exact location of it, given that it's invisible. Invisible, that's what you are. Feel like you're invisible. Alright. Where are you? Where are you? I do not know. Anyway, it's not a big problem. I'll find it later. Maybe. Maybe. Or just cry about not being able to find it later, one or the other. Right, so. Deselect roads. Yeah, problem is these across here, these are also roads. So that's not actually going to work. It's a good idea, Dan. Very good idea, Dan. But it's not going to work, Dan. Yeah, it's a bit better. I think we need to now go back to the props here, because we've got some floaters. Got some floaters. There we are. That would do it. The carrot has more options. The carrot? The carrot? I have no idea what you've been drinking, Dan, but I want some. Instead, I have coffee. Clearly, I have coffee because that's all I pig and will drink. Right. All right. So, I'm thinking, would it be nice to actually have an outside connection by the end of today? I think it really would. And I think I don't want it too close to the coast, because I want to encourage people to be able to use the coast. So what I'll do, let's level some terrain out here. Brush size. The carrot has more options. It can be the bottom of the S. The bottom of the S. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Right, have we got a nice, clear, easy route through? Because frankly, I'm not that worried about the highway being super technical in the routes that it takes. And the bottom of the S, you're talking about? Oh, down. Yeah, but is that still? Okay, we'll try it. Okay, look, all right. We'll have all of these then, because we're going to need all of those. But deselect the roads. No way. Dan, I love you. Dan, 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 Dan. I love you. All right. let's just have a little boy love going on here, right? Just you and me. Don't tell poetry. They get jealous. I was flirting with them the other day, even though they, like me, like you, I'm assuming, are heterosexual. So, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with a bit of bro love, is there? Really, nothing wrong with a little bit of bro love. Oh dear. Okay, let's. If this works, please let it work. I mean, a little bit of tinkering, and this will be good. It needs some tinkering, but tinkering isn't a huge problem. Do you know what? All of these. Oh, didn't want to do that. All of you boys, you ain't needed no more. Right, so that is sort of a little bit done. Yes, you're welcome. Pretty good. It'll do. All right, it'll do. I likes. Right, do you know what I'm going to have to do? Because I am going to forget and go, why am I picking no roads? I'm selecting roads. It's not selecting the roads. Yeah, I better do that. Otherwise, it's going to end up with me trying to move roads and crying for hours because I'm an idiot. Oh, man. Did I want to do that? I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this. Right. So what we want is a highway connection from the edge of the map. What am I thinking? Yeah. Is there anything I'm missing? Ground level is good. Everything else there is good. Right, let's do that. Let's push it to the outside. Let's do a... excuse me. We had this yesterday as well. Right, so back to this. And then upgrade. There we go. Upgrade. What? Right, okay. Don't get me cross, because I will get very cross. And then I'll be angry. And then we'll all have a bad time. There we go. That'll do it. Now, if that's going in that side, and we're working on right-hand drive, that needs to go over this side. And we have our outside connection. Yeah. Start off the map and drag it in. Yes, yeah, I got that. Sometimes. Used to work. You used to be able to drag it out and invert it, but clearly, since the last time I did an outside connection, which would have been one of the 90-minute map attacks, things like Darte and Tarocha Sea, those definitely I was able to drag to the outside. Definitely. But never mind. Does it matter? Not really. Bum. Have I not got any form of parallel road I can use? I haven't, have I? I haven't got any form of parallel road. It's absolutely annoying, but it is what it is. There might be one tucked in road anarchy or something like that. Network tools, game anarchy, got that. What have we got in network extensions, network anarchy. Not seeing anything listed there. Yeah, I've had problems with a few of the mods recently. So again, is it the biggest problem? No, sometimes it's actually fun to fight with a bloody system that don't want you to do what you want to do. And that's what I'm going to do. If anybody says, oh, his networking's really crap, yep, you saw it built here first. I actually had somebody on Facebook to mention about my intersection. You know how it looks a little bit like a thing? You know, a thing? Yeah, a boy's thing. Yeah, how it looks a little bit like that yesterday or 3 days ago. And so I shared a picture of it and said, I didn't do it on purpose, I promise. That was sort of like, nope, you did, didn't you? One of them. Nope, I really didn't. It was a happy accident. A happy accident. Oh, got ya. Right, highways are heading along. Into the 25 tiles. Yeah. Must be making progress if we've got this far. I'm gonna go straight a little while to about there and back. Good. Not putting any extra intersections in. People can do that in their own build. For me, I'm quite happy with just that one main, and then people can work around it. I have given a highway going into the map that people can extend up, so I have tried to be a little bit helpful. Seems to like the phallic designs. Yes, unified UI. Yeah, hang on, one job at a time. One job at a time. Although that would be part of this job if it did work. Am I missing something? Go on then, let's have a little look. Tree snapping. What's up here? I've got Acme, adaptive networks, and network replacer. So no, I haven't. I did have, but like I say, at some point there are problems. The problems might not be there now, but I just can't be spending hours and hours and hours trying to work out whether things are working or not, when I can actually do the job quicker with manual. And now I'm getting back into the swing of it. It's not super slow. Now, network multi-tool is vital. Yet we didn't use it for the longest time. So how vital is it? I've got to say though, it's bloody amazing. It is absolutely amazing. But yeah, I'm not messing around relearning what's new in it, and we've only a few months left, and all I'm going to be doing is building this single map and maybe doing a quick test build on it to see whether or not everything flows. It should do. How are we looking here? Do you know what? I think we are. Hang on. Those nodes aren't going to align, are they? Does it matter? I think there are some people who would say so. Right, I'm going to just redo that. 2 steps. 2 steps. Come on, out bulldozer. No, even that's... Maybe I can just go straight in. Just got a feeling that would give me some kind of horrific jinky janky. Does drift a bit, and we do have a little bit of a janky going on there, but I'm going to fix it. Manually would move it. Would this be a kind of location where we could actually separate the highways up? Do you know what, I'm going to do that. Just for the aesthetics. Just for the aesthetics. It seems almost ridiculous, but I'm going to do it. If I come in from here, I'm going to do something over this side as well. We'll put some kind of natural feature in here. Just to make it more, a little bit more interesting. It's a fantasy map after all, come on. We probably, how about something like that, and we'll do some slightly elevated terrain with trees and a rock in it or something in the middle of that. There we go. Outside connection. We have an outside connection. Hey, big old rock. Could be a rock in the way. I agree. I agree. They don't have any sloped what? Any sloped hills to even out. No, this is true. We don't really. Right. I'm going to carry on with the highway. Now, are we paused simulation? We're not. Because this highway, I'm going to make this into more of a wetland area in here. Not sure exactly how, but we are gonna. And that will mean that this highway here will be able to cut through the middle. Probably via little causeways and stuff. But let's just get the highway down. Get the highway down, and then we'll have an outside connection running across the map, which will bring the map to life as traffic starts flowing through it. That is, ooh, look. Ooh, look. Do you know what? We're probably going to need to be elevated anyway, so let's just leave that up there for now. I do not mind that. We will find a way of making it look normal. At some point. Are we? And you know what? I'm going to come that way and reverse it. Backwards. There we go. Right, lovely. Now, we're going to want the outside connection. Oh, we've got a little bit of floodaroonie going on over here. Can't be having that. Right, so that will do. Let's grab ourselves the outside highway, which will have that maybe. Meaning like that. And right, that's outside connection sorted. Now let's wind it back in. Definitely a lighthouse on that round knob of land by the edge. Round knob of land by the edge. What, here? I don't know. I'm thinking about more one of these outcrops here, especially way that this mountain kind of points to it. So I'm thinking about here, and also it's then sort of in line with the castle. I don't think a lighthouse here or even here would make much sense. Probably, maybe, possibly, maybe not. I don't know. One of those things. Right. I've got a wonderful feeling everything's going my way. Right, lovely, 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 lovely. Everybody's having a lovely time. Apart from me. Is there anybody else going to use chat? I see there are a few people watching, but only Dan talking. I will talk back to you, I promise, and I promise I won't bite. Well, I don't promise I won't bite, but it's probably a long commute to bite. So I probably won't bite. Unless, of course, you bite me, in which case, hello. Oh, what a foggy morning. Is it foggy for you today, is it? Oh, no. Right, let's... Do you know what? Looking out... Well, I'd say looking out my window. That's a lie. I'm not looking out the window. Looking at my CCTV. The sky looks very blue outside today. It might be the first day of summer. The trees are moving quite heavily, though. So it's it looks like it's blue, but it's blowy. It's blue, but it's blue, and it is bluing, you know, as in blowing. Let's see if we can't sort of follow the other line. I'm not liking this. This is there's going to be a lot of manual placement. I don't like that at all. It's wandered everywhere, which is where network and parallel rail tools make life a lot easier. But do you know what? I don't mind manually moving a few nodes. Boosh. Right, so now we have a connection all the way across the map, even if it's a bit wibbly. Move that out just a wee bit so we get a bit of a gap between the two highways, and then we've got another one here. Going to move that in. What is going on with... Are we slightly elevated or something? We are. Another crack going down the middle of this. It's just separating slightly from the landscape. And you can be sure that somebody would have picked up on that. Oh man, can't be having that now. There we are. Your bite. Yes. All 64. All 64 bytes. There we are. Looking better. Let's work our way up. It wants to separate. Yeah, it looks like it was lower, but maybe I'm wrong. What do you mean maybe? Have you ever been right? Don't know. Right, okay, now we'll separate these up as we head off towards the edge. Probably use some foliage along there just to make it more or less or something. I'll separate it a bit more. Come on. Yeah, that'll do. Apart from this won't do. Why have we got an elevated here? Oh, this is probably where we had that edge of map flooding issue. Smaller brush. Oh, do we start in the cutting? I don't know that we do. Don't like that much at all. We'll start with an edge of map. Let's do some alignment. That's going to be the easiest way here, I think. Come on. Do object height. Bishti. You know what? That is almost good enough, isn't it? Let's see. If we can't just force all of this. There, that's got to be better. Sirens? For who? Who are they for? Oh, man. Right, let's do a couple of... They're for somebody, those sirens, I know. I'm doing here. No, not that. We're not doing that. We're doing this. So, cannot upgrade to this type. Is this because this is water? It might be because we're currently sitting on water. Let's let the simulation running. That will flood. I don't mind that flooding. That's fine. Sirens and seashells. And BonBonB Bingo. Right, this will flood. And we might even spawn some vehicles once that stops flooding. Simulation speed. Zoom and zoom. How's everybody anyway? Control H will allow for matching of the... Oh, like I'm going to remember that. Like I'm going to remember hotkeys. I never remember B for bulldoze. Oh, you are evil. Evil. Control A to... Look, stop it. No. No, 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 no. Control S, arguably, I might remember. But no, I even bulldoze, I'm very much not a hotkey user. Let's have a little look from above. So, oh god, bloody, that's going to be trying to control the camera at the speed. Anyway, that'll do. So yeah, this needs terraforming to make it look more like like wetlands, something like that. Maybe fishery type things, fishery pools. I think actually, oh, just noticed this looks more like a pair of lips now. We had lips and we had a penis. But I think in terms of network, in terms of the roads, I think this is all I'm going to provide. Again, if people haven't seen this before, the yeah, we've got flooded tunnel. And a few hotkeys you remember. Yeah, indeed. Right, so yeah. So all the traffic is basically going to be coming along the bottom tiles. The start square is actually in the map slightly. So traffic can access the middle of the start square, and then you can build out in any of the directions. They're all very, very buildable. This is all very much downtowny. And then I'm thinking in terms of the resources aspect to the game. I'm thinking these top tiles here, as they are away from the main city, then this is where we're going to focus on having the resources. Looking at this area here, this feels like quarry. So that's going to be ore, probably extending down into here. Over this side, I'm thinking oil. I'm thinking. Or potentially down here. But I'm looking at this, look at the lowlands here, thinking this looks like farming. So I'm not exactly sure. But if I go oil up this corner, maybe all 4 of these tiles for oil, these 2 tiles for ore, and then these 4 tiles for fertile, and leave the rest of the map for creative build, basically. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, the flooding will sort in a minute. Coastal traffic, yeah, it's I don't want to get it too close to the actual coast, because I want to allow people to be able to build some kind of, you know, resorts or whatever along here. I haven't thought about actual beaches yet, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. We'll just let the I know we can reset everything to sea level, but then all these rivers are going to have to refill, and it's almost quicker to let evaporation do its thing. And it looks like it's just whatever's stuck in the tunnel here. And while we're waiting for it to clear, it might as well be let's do this. You say if I do that, nodes and segments, if I like that, but not that. In fact, let's get rid of the segments, and you won't even select that, will you? Come on, be good to BonBonB. Be good to, oh yeah, fast camera still. That will evaporate. All of you, but not you. I said not you. Oh, look. Go away, thank you. To terrain, not terrain height, not terrain height. To object height, that. And you'll have to go down manually. Right, and then similar sort of issue over here. All of these. And that one. To object height, that one. Everything else though is out, isn't it? The entire key is out. It's, some would say, off key. Off key? No. Are you sure? Right, this flood will sort itself out eventually. This one. And and we will align that to that one. This one, we will align that, not that one, that one. Oh, for piddles. Try that again. We will align that to this one. That's better. Those props are floating. More sirens for the players of gambling. Oh, not-for-profit gambling. Right, so that is Let's see if we can sort out all of these. So and to object height, let's clean up, and over here to object height, a little bit of glitching going on here. What's causing that? Also, we've got a pillar which is being a bit naughty. And another pillar over here which is also being a bit naughty. Now the whole thing here seems a lot deeper. These were actually aligned with the heights. So I think we have to do some, I think this glitching here is done by these trenches. So let's try, and we'll include the buildings because that will include those pillars. Try that again. Alright, we'll try again. Right, now, if we elevate all of these, and that is sorting out the edge as well. Very nice. How's that? That's that water is going to evaporate in no time now, isn't it? There's not much left in there. Hooray! Let's make these entrances just slightly different. I'm going to need that back on probably at some point. And segments would be good. Oop, I managed to do something horrible. Well done. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll go with yeah. It's not. Is it? Is it good? We have a little. I'm missing one. That's what the problem is. I'm missing one. You and you. We need you. We need you over here. Guess what? Oh, it's such a lovely quiet neighborhood. Right. You've probably come forward a little bit too much, Mr. Pillar. It's about best we're going to do there. And you are going to come elevated. And you two are going to push in slightly. I think everything else is pretty much invisible. Pretty much. I think that will do. Let me slow that simulation down so I can control my camera again. Lovely. We have camera control. Hey. So, outside connections in place. Tunnel. Looks all right. Might get some bushes along here just to take out some of this whiteness. Not going to do much in the way of work now on it, but I'm not sure how this is going to work, if it will even work. Why can't I come down? Oh, I'm upgrade. Why is it I can't upgrade to this type? It's ridiculous. I'm not trying to upgrade. Alright? Please understand, upgrading is not a thing I'm looking to do. Don't think those are the assets that I'm looking for, really, are they? There was those grasses, weren't there? There were some grasses as part of the... Oh, come on. Buildings, trees. It would help if I chose trees. There we go. Kill you. Small bush. Rhododendron. Is it reeds or grasses? It might be grass. There we are. And then we could probably use a few of those along the edge just to hide some of this. I don't really want to be doing detailing right now, but while I'm thinking on it, oh dear, that's horrible. Oh, and it found its own way. I'm hoping these will do the same. They did. Well, that ain't bad at all. Probably end up doing the same along this side as well. But yeah, there we go. My tree count is going through the roof. Can't keep up with it. Right, coffee time. Let's have a little coffee. Ooh, it's a castle. Ooh, it's a castle. I want to do a little bit more work over here. Not least, this is all placeholder in terms of the water. There's no way that this lake would be anywhere near this deep river. No way. So what I'm going to do is, let's cause some more flooding. Pause the simulation. Brush size down. We'll do some softening as well in the moment. Right, do that next. Oops. Okay. Now, vegetation. Vegetation's what you need. Vegetation. Single. Maybe not that one. We'll find a good one. Too dark for my liking. These are always good. No vegetation. Ooh. I think we'll go with this. Just to give it a little bit of... I also want to get rid of how these grass sprites. Can't see what I'm doing. Can we get rid of the grass sprites, please? Pretty please. Cherry on top. There we go. Right, that's better. Ha! Lovely. Do I want any of these now? Is the thing. These vegetations normally work really well, but I don't know if they're actually adding. They're not adding anything to this area. So let's get rid of them. We will use vegetation where it actually adds, but it doesn't really do anything here. Those grasses, though, might work. $16 we're on at the moment. Let's not overspend, eh? Cannot build on water. Well, of course you can't. But I know something that can. I know something that can. There we are. A few around there, maybe a few over here, a few over here, and a few down here. We put more trees in this to add some shady areas and stuff. And then I'm also looking to double up on the walls in places. Only in places. So let's... That was a complete misclick, by the way. Just in case you thought, why did you do that? I didn't intend to. But we've found a way. Let's go straight from that, and we will move you across to there, and we will extend you down this way. Oh, didn't quite want to do that. Hello, Mr. Horn. Do you know what? It's such a quiet neighbourhood. It's absolutely... There's a big lottery at the moment in the UK under the guise of charity for a luxurious, I think it's 9-bedroom house. And I'm going to enter. I know I stand 0 chance of winning, but I tell you, if I do, I will not miss this area at all. It does have a very, very nice looking potential YouTube studio as part of the complex that it's in. Yeah, let's keep going with this. I don't see any chance of winning, but that's the thing with lotteries. You can never know until you know. And I know that unless I enter, I'm not going to win. So at least if you're in it, you got a chance. It's £10 of my nice sterling currency going on a ticket later. What's going on here? We've got some really horrible glitching going on here. And then we'll do some Uchi aligning. Ouch. All of this along here. Can you kindly align to the terrain height? Oh, you are at the terrain height, are you? Okay, well, I will then change the terrain height. There we are. Oh, this is horrible here. Horrible. And you can drop down to play games. Right, so double wall around part of the back. And we'll do some double wall along here as well. So it just looks like there was actually proper defences at one point before everything went bad. Hi, Flying Man. How's Brazil? See, I remember this time. I remembered. How's Brazil? Yeah, good. I should be outside. It's. Look, I'm looking at my CCT. Mind you, it looks like it's gone cloudy again. The summer in the UK this year has been woeful, and that is to be. That's a positive term. I mean, last year we had 40 degrees in the shade, which was frankly awful again, because we're not used to it over here, and we don't have buildings that are prepared to. Hello. Can we, at that point, put a node, please? Thank you. Yeah, our buildings are not prepared for heat. More so for cold weather. But even then, our buildings aren't really made for cold weather. My particular property is built nearly 300 years ago. And it's really not set for cold weather at all. We do have some floating... floating? What? Oh, hang on. Didn't want that to happen. What is... No. It's the... Actually, this one in front that's causing the problem by the looks of it. That's got to be a bit better. This one also. This one again. And also you, maybe this one actually. Come on, can I have that? Can I have this one, please? Not that one. Can I have just one of them once, please? Not this one. Thank you. There we are. That has to be better, surely. So, ooh, it's a castle. It's looking more like a castle. We'll put some gardens in here. I did talk about putting a... What's the word I'm looking for? A bridge. Bridge, there you go, that's a word. Oh man, a bridge. That's what I want. From here across to here. But how am I going to make it look? Maybe with one of these. Maybe. I'm not saying this is going to work. So possibly, I mean, we can move these if they are frankly ridiculous. Right, you. What? Why are you moving? Don't want you moving. Hang on, move it. There you go. That's what I'm supposed to be trying to do. No. That is here. So maybe something like this. The base plate means I can't get any closer to the water, sadly. But at this point, we put in a path, P-A-T-H, path, elevated, straight line, this could be fun, says he, not meaning a word of it. And down. Why are you glitching the terrain as badly as you are? Huh? Why are you glitching the terrain as badly as you are? Do you know what? I might be able to still make that work though. Why? 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 How? And why? You're going out the way a minute. I'm not happy about that at all. That's... what just happened here? That extended the elevated bridge without a node. How is that even possible? I mean, what? It's definitely a node in there now, right, kids? Do we agree? Definitely a node in there now. Oh, come on. And this. Out here, you maybe about here, you dropping down to about there, you dragging out right, so that's a thing. If nothing else, it's definitely a thing. I don't know if I like that at all. I don't think I like that extended section at all. However, why are you not letting me bulldoze when I click on things? Right, let me do a little rotation on this fella. There's a door on the bottom. Like right there. Suspension of disbelief. You get a footpath leading through from the door. Just need to What are those? Slide the last node. Hang on. Oh, hang on. It's just chat going on. Hello. Hang on. Let's catch up. You've got to drive across the street to your beach spot for the overnight spot. Different because constituently violating overnight parking. Oh yeah, you move, Dan. I'll be here a while yet. Or Stronghold Crusader. You parked over the ocean. Have you got Move It with Winnebago snapping? Been in Europe several times. Never saw a castle. Wow, we've got some great ones. We've got some very, very nice ones. It's why the terrain is elevated. What is? That's why the terrain is elevated. Slide the last node inside of the tower. There you go. Oh, I'll catch it. I've caught up. I've done me reading. Now, that trolley cover thing we've seen people use, is that going to work? I don't believe it is. Trolley props. Is that props? That's ploppable. That's Rico. That's props. Toll boom barrier. This is Sunset Harbour. I want actual. What's that prop called where people park their supermarket trolleys? You call them carts, don't you? There we go. They're trolleys, everybody. All right, they're called trolleys. All right. So, if we were put one, how much can we stick these in before they poke out the back? Not too bad. No, oh, did not want to do that. This is very easy to click on. Very easy to click on. Right, now, can we, this time, I only want the prop. Excuse me. Oh, God's sakes. Right. You're moving out of the way. Oh, now I've got it. When I gave up, it decided to let me say that I was... Oh, no, you have got it, Bonbon. You are a cheeky little cheekster. With all of the cheek. Can we get away with that little bit sticking out the back? Or am I going to lose myself points for detailing? Probably. Right. So that does. Let's get a copy of it. We're going to try. Hopefully prop snapping will behave. Excuse me. That's what we want. Can you let go, please? And down you go. It's almost perfect. Not that one. We will get there. Props. And now we've only got the prop. kind of, I think, also got to do one on the other side, haven't we? Could it be we've got to do it all the way across? I mean, possible, I guess. A bit of a rotation, a bit of a drop, and there we go. We have access to the garden, even though it's complete fake. But fantasy, fantasy, fantasy. Also, that's floating, isn't it? There we are. Oh, it's a castle with a garden. Do I extend the footpath into the castle? Don't know that I want to. Maybe though. No, no, What are you talking about, Bonbon? I don't know. I have no clue. I do know. Maybe. Oops. Can we... Oh God, what have I done? That's not what I wanted to do at all. Paths. And paths only. What? Hang on, we got a problem here. I managed to sink it. I see you under there. I see you under there. And I get rid of you. We're going to do it over here instead. Let's pick the path. Elevate it. That's what I wanted. If you're going the whole way... intersection marking tool. Yes. Tempted with the intersection marking tool, but want it to be 100% vanillable. While I could go the extra distance with the intersection marking tool, I don't really think it matters so much. I think people will be switching out a few of my roads anyway, like what's it called? That thing. The 2-lane standard roads. Go with that. Oh God's sakes, come over here. Over here, please. Thank you. You're going right there. You're coming down. Where you're no longer ridiculously low. That is now doable. Yeah, okay. Okay. Do you know what? I guessed almost the exact right amount of length on this as well. That's the one, I think. Okay, let's try this. You're going down a couple. And then bring you down. There we are. And then we will grab you, bring you into here, drop the end node down and in. Like so. And we'll do exactly the same with this. I'm supposed to be building a map instead I'm doing silly detailing. It is, frankly, silly detailing. But I likes, so shush. Oh dear. Well. 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 Creativity. That's what this is. Do we... 2 mines on the footpath. I think we will do a footpath at ground level. Not a long one. Just a nod to why I decided to go with this. There you go, ground level. That's why it's a footpath, right? And we'll budge you up and in. I think if you're going to do that, you've got to do that as well. It'll do. It'll do. Let's have a little looks at the chat. Sorry, I've been ignoring you. I've been a little bit concentrated. Oh, hang on, before I do the chat, there's one last little double wall that I feel needs to have a little bit of double wall on. And that will be just along here. There. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. Then we'll just move the nodes to fit. One up here. One there. One here, although that now needs to budge a little bit. And finally, yeah, so it's still more detailing, gardening, trees and stuff like that, but I think that's most of the technical stuff that needs to be done. Bit of terraforming, make the ramp up to it feel more normal and believable. But yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's do this little feature focal area here as well while we're here. Oh, so I was going to check the chat, wasn't I? I'm a bad streamer. Bad streamer. Let's just ignore the chat. Bigger brush. Right, let's have a little. Right, so where are we? So back up a few. Put some shrubs on the top of the tower to hide inside it a little bit. That'd be prop shrubs, wouldn't it? Might be able to do something along those lines. I've sent some photos on Discord of where you're at. Oh, I'll have a look later, Dan. I haven't got Discord running at the moment. When I have Discord running, when I'm streaming, all the messages are popping up on the screen. I'd rather not. You know, if I'm chatting with somebody, they might have something specific or private, or it might be a spoiler for an upcoming video. So that's why I don't leave Discord running. Slide the last node. I've done that. Yeah, gotcha. Right, back down. Going the whole way. Turn the key inside. Turn the key segment inside the wall. Instead of making the map 100%. Well, I could make it vanilla compatible. That's not a big problem, apart from time. Maps take a lot of time anyway, and what I want to do is I want to get this out there as soon as is possible, because there's a new game coming out. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's a city builder, and I think a lot of the serious players are going to be going over to that. So what I'd like to do is just get this one, and then if people want to do their intersection marking tool work across the map, let them. I'm not going to take away their fun. Anyway, we've got that. Do you know what? We're going to put a little hill here as well, because why did the highway curve back in that way? Well, because of that little hill, and it's found its way for you beautifully. It's almost like the hills were put in afterwards. Right. Oh man. Right, okay, let's sort out some of this flooding. It's a simulation running. It's not, which means the castle's going to flood now. Be aware, there's going to be some flooding in the castle. That's fine. Let's come and have a look at the areas where we have got flooding. And I would say this is one of them. We don't have to raise it much to stop this. How are we doing here? Is this behaving now? I think it might be. We'll do the entire plateau to this level. Hopefully that will resolve the problem over here. We've got a similar problem going on down here. This way, and we've got a little bit of perma flooding there. Once we get all this flooding sorted, and then we can maybe start raising the rivers a little bit, which cause more flooding, I know, but shh, don't tell anybody. Oh, didn't really want to do all of that actually. Just along there. Right, that will now sort itself out there. This is flooding over here. Good, good, good. Is it still flooding or is this just residual? It's definitely flooding here though. We'll give this a few moments to sort itself out. We're definitely flooding here though. And down here. That's just pushing its way off this way. What have we got going on? That's not bad. That's not flooding there. Could be contained better, but it's not flooding. This could be contained better, but it's not flooding. And all of this is fine. So that is, I think, the only problem that I have an issue. Only problem I have an issue? Only issue I have a problem with. There we go. Are you actually going to contain, or am I going to have to get angry? Because I will get angry. Don't think I won't. I know how to. Maybe you say grr a few times. And everybody knows you're angry. Right, let's do a little. Oh, that's not right again. Try that. Right, so you'll think it looks like you're flooding that direction again now. I don't mind raising you a bit more. I don't mind. We have a lot of water flowing through this map, by the way. A lot of waterfall. City detailing is fun. It is. Ooh, it's the castle. Where? Where? What's all this talk about castles? I see no castle. Turn the key segment inside the wall. The key segment. Don't know. And that was regarding this, which appears to have stopped flooding. Hooray! Oh, I mean, I don't know. Should we be using those? We should here. Sorry, back to the castle. We're not quite done with the castle. Oh. Hope you had no plans, because we're going to be doing a little bit of castling. So we're going to move the king 2 places towards the corner, and the castle unit, sometimes known as a rook, we're just going to jump over it. And as long as you're not castling into check or out of check or through a check, that'll be fine. And as long as the king and the castle haven't moved yet, have we covered all the rules of castling? Where did that go? Excuse me. I had a thing and you seem to have taken my thing away. I want my thing back. Got it. Well, I've got a new thing. Right, now we're going to try dropping it again, a second time. Yeah, I think that makes that more believable at this end. Do we want one at this end as well? I think we do. We need one at that. We need one at both ends. And that will Stop people asking, well, why didn't BonBon do it at both ends? And BonBon, oh, I don't know. The chat didn't tell me to. And blame it on you. Look at that. It's almost like genius. Castling with the Queen side castle. You still move the king too. There's no difference. You just move it towards the corner. Move it to corner. Oh dear. Am I done? I thought I did a double depth along here. Does anybody remember me doing a double depth along the end? I mean, I'm not gonna go and do it. That's the furthest point from the castle. So if they were going to save on brick, it would be here. But yeah, sure I did the second line there. Right, castle done. Sort of. Apart from the bits that aren't. What's next? The terrain is mostly done, apart from etching in textures on the cliffs. I suppose I could do a little bit of that for a minute, just while my brain thinks, do I need more coffee? That's what my brain's thinking right now. I think I do. My strength down. Not quite that much. These little green patches on here are going to give me somewhere to maybe plant a little bit of scrub foliage. Flying man, unfortunately you have to go. You have some flights today. Beautiful day in Paris day. Yeah, I know all about Brazil. Fly safe indeed. You look after yourself there. Have a great day. I'm not saying this will be finished when you come back, because it won't be. It really won't be. The tree painting is going to be something to behold. She should do the resources now, shouldn't I? So I know roughly where I want them. We can see what it's going to look like as well if I do the resources now. With the aesthetics. Because some of this detailing may be irrelevant when we've got the textures in from the resources. So let's just do this area first. People outside complaining that the new shop that's opening in my neighbourhood is a cafe and that there's already 14 places you can buy a coffee. And there's the problem with the high street at the moment, is What else is there? What do people go out and do in the stores? You can open the store selling anything, and people won't use it because they're just going to order off of Amazon or wherever. People are to blame. And I am people. I am also to blame. I accept that. Is this now finished? Texture-wise. I think that is rough and ready and cool. Really cool looking. Right, so what was I doing? Hi RCN. How you doing? I'm going to do the resources. So, definitely want these two tiles to be predominantly ore. Brush size up, brush strength right the way up. Predominantly ore. And this side of the river, predominantly ore. Obviously got a little bit of flooding going on here as well, unless it's no, I'm about to say unless it's residual from over the way, but that is definitely flooding from this river. Let's fix this temporarily. Brush size down, bring this, oh, how about this one? Do you know what, how about we take it from here? There we go. Try and flood it now, huh? You can't, can you? Why? Because bonbon beats water. Unless it's left to soak overnight, in which case it dissolves. Right, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That sorts that out. What was I doing? Oh, got more flooding over here. This is new flooding. So let's bring that up. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. That should resolve this little flooding. This is definitely still flooding, I think. How about we... It's not going to make any difference if I sink the river, is it? Blimey. Right, so now we're absorbing all the flooding. There's no way this is going to continue flooding. Not on my watch, right? Oh, man. Bring you around here. Very nice. And bring you around here. Also pretty nice. And small brush size. Fill in the gap. Right. Flooding's been controlled, but the rivers are still going to have to be worked heavily. But at least it's all contained at the moment. I say, at least it's all contained at the moment. What about this area here? I would say, other than this area here, it's all contained at the moment. And other than the other area I haven't spotted yet, it's all contained at the moment. Right, that might be about to stop flooding. Or maybe it's not. Right, are you now going to stop flooding? Please. Just give me a break. It's not like I put a river in every single tile. Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I? Larger brush. This is definitely better. I'm going to just soften this out for the moment around here. Don't think that really matters a huge amount. Right. Anywhere else? Anywhere else want to be flooding right now? This area here is not purdy. Not purdy at all. Well, we have some flooding. Just a hint of flooding. Oh. Right, let's stop that temporarily. Probably going to make it worse though, because I don't like this at all. Pausing the simulation. Pausing the simulation. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Not sure I really wanted to do that. Come on, we don't ask much. We just ask for a little bit of softening there, here. That probably needs to be gouged out a little bit actually, to allow a little bit of water flow through there. Oops, a bit too many, but we can work it out. Right, that is potentially better. We're going to have flooding. Of course we're going to have flooding, but that shouldn't take long to flush downhill. Right, so what we got? Put the waterfall back a bit. Which one? Maybe more gouging of the river. Problem with gouging in the river, making rivers deeper, they still tend to fill up to the same level. It's a weird thing. Weird. Not always, depending on, there are some rivers, but I got a feeling had I made that river deeper, it just would have filled to the same area. It's a crazy thought, but I reckon that's what would have happened there. Sounded like some mix of Star Wars and Superman themes. What, me singing? I don't know. I don't remember when that was. Are you looking forward to the new Dev Diary? I'm always looking forward to the new Dev Diary. Tomorrow's one, actually, I think for the first, I don't know, first one for about 3 weeks. Could be quite interesting. I mean, the last couple have been very much on theme for the channel, but they've really not told us anything useful, anything that's going to make us get excited. Whereas the one tomorrow is more technical, commercial and numbers and all that sort of stuff. So I think that will be it should be a good one, I think. Let me make the brush a bit smaller. I'm just going to elevate this a little bit in here. There's going to be, I saw you say something about moving the waterfall down. Yes, there's going to be waterfall detailing coming on every single waterfall. Right now, all I want to do is get the shape of everything working, and the flooding that we've got at the moment just under control, so my head doesn't have to worry about it, even if I'm probably going to cause more flooding down the line. Brush size is fine, brush stroke needs to come up. And soft. Oh, Mr. Soft, why does everything around you look so soft and rearranged? 80s commercials. Yeah, I was watching a YouTube presentation. It's a smallish YouTuber. I don't know why he got suggested to me, but I really like the lad. I say lad, he's not exactly a kid, but he's a young man, right, in terms of 20s. He's not one to shout into the microphone. He's not one to scream and do everything for shock tactics. He's not the most likable of fellas, in terms of, some YouTubers you just go, I just like this guy. I mean, I like him, but he's not he doesn't have that YouTube magic about him where you go, oh, I've got to subscribe to this. He's just one of those randoms that I found, and I'm kind of watching his stuff now. He does a lot of he's American, ordinary average American, I think that's his tagline actually. Here to watch and learn about, and then he does a lot of English or British stuff, like he didn't know about the Channel Tunnel. It's been around for 30 years, and he's like, I did not know. How did I not know about this? But yeah, he did this UK TV commercials of the 80s, or favourite ones of all time, and with looking at how they compared to American commercials, I promise you the UK commercials are just so much more creative. So much more creative. There are a few of the commercials you wouldn't see on TV now. There's one for cigars. There's plenty for beer. You don't see so many for beer anymore, because obviously alcohol. But yeah, do check out Mr. Baldy Man advert, or UK advert. Hamlet cigar. I think you will love that. It's just one of those, the best commercials ever. Yeah, you're watching it. Why is this commercial? Why is nothing happening in this commercial? It's just a guy with a massive comb over trying to get his photo taken in what we used to use in the good old days, a photo booth. You put your 50p in, and we seem to have enough of flooding. You put your 50p in, and then hopefully get the really good passport photos was the thing. Although people would take photos for other reasons. As before we had cameras in our pockets, aka Tefalones. How are we looking here? I think we stopped that flood. All the floods, just capping off all the floods. Every time I cap off a flood, there's another one further downstream. Anyway, let's have a little look at the... Right. Oh, blimey, plenty of chat going on. I've missed a lot of chat. RCN. Right. No, definitely not right. Okay. I think a lot of people will still play... Plenty of people will play Cities Skylines 1 when Cities Skylines 2 comes out. It is exactly the same with Civilization 5 and Civilization 6. There's still a lot of people play Civ 5, which is a perfectly outstanding game in its own right. And then a lot of people prefer Civ 6, and Civ 7 is in production. So a lot of people play Civ 7 eventually. You have an i3 with 16 and 2 terabytes and 2 terabyte hard drive. The thing is, I don't think it really matters. As long as you're building a city to within the capability of your PC. They are saying, is it i7 is the minimum spec for Civ 2? Civ 2? CS2? So you might struggle a bit on the processor. But definitely worth. I mean, I've still got. I haven't powered out for ages actually, but I've still got an i7 sat in the corner. Maybe I'll test it on both. Right, where we go. Hi Snoosby, good day to you too, sir. My graphics card isn't good enough for CS2. Yeah, but just stick with Cities Skylines. Well, you'll have to watch a channel for Cities Skylines 2. Just learn what you're missing out on, which probably won't be that much. Oh, gamers in the house. Hi, this old gamer. Thanks for taking part in Cities Skylines 2 o'clock this week. If you haven't watched it, that was out yesterday. Do go and take a little look. We cover a lot of really interesting stuff this week there. Thanks for popping along. And also, I'm guessing you're available for a bit of the you know what? Boomable, let me know. I've been streaming for a couple of hours now, so it's time for me to have a break. If you are available, I will be available in the next little while, because all I've been doing for the last half an hour is fixing floods, and these are only rivers that are going to flood again when I go and fix the rivers. So yeah, this is looking good. Speaking of commercial, hold on a second. Will I build a city on this map? Only a test one to see whether or not we get the traffic. I have a little concern over the traffic coming through this intersection. I know what the solution is, which will be to remove this loop and to put in a slip road from here to here, and put in a slip road from here to here. But I kind of like the elegance of this loop, which serves the purpose of both of those slip roads in just a small little loop. Having said that, there's going to be a lot of traffic running through this loop, so I'm a little worried for how effective it'll be. So I'll build a small to sizable city, but it won't be anything worth showcasing. It'll literally just be to generate traffic. So basically, ugly grid city. My first city job, right? See how it holds up to it, and then whether or not we need to get the slip roads in down here. But if I can leave it like this, I think I'd like to leave it like this. It's interesting and different. Going to have a balancing. Actually, I'm going to do the balancing pond now. Might as well. Come on. But yes, I think we'll do that. Brush size down, brush strength down a little bit. Let's grab ourselves some height, or depth even. Now, can we get that through there without affecting the road above? Seems we can. It seems like we can. Softening. here, and in here, and around the side there. I think that's okay, and we'll have one in here as well. So this is very unattractive. Brush strength up would help, wouldn't it? Brush strength up would help a lot. In you go like that. We'll bring this into a bit of a point here as well. So that points off in this direction. And then maybe this will. Oh wow, hang on. Hang on. This is elevated, so we can do it. We can do it. Yay. Right. Too much excitement. Stay chill, BonBonB. But yes, did I mention that YouTuber's name? I don't think I did I? Tyler Rumpel, his name is. Really likeable young fella, and does a lot of the say the English. I don't understand the English, and why is it better in England? It's not always better in England. I'm just, you know, if I can't sell up my own country, what can I do? But there are definitely aspects which are quite pleasing. No, you do not flood. You do not flood. You fill. Okay? A little bit of flood, but it's going to be fine. Just a little bit of a balancing pool through the middle of here. Are you looking all right there? Okay, let's catch up on the chat while that's filling. Snoozeby. Oh, I'm sorry, Snoozeby. Are you actually working on the video? That is all about the recommended requirements for the game. I've done an extensive amount of research on it. An extensive amount. Wikipedia. Fantastic. Going to be a great area for homeless encampments. Homeless encampments. Oh, in here. That could be a thing. Is this going to fill? Or am I just going to be a little bit glitchy at this end? I think we're going to be a little bit glitchy at this end. We can fix it. There we are. And maybe... I can't see under here. Fortunately, I've got the lines of terrain I can make out. There we are. There you are. So once that, if that decides to fill, I could put in, I'm going to have to put in another spawn, I think, just to balance it out. Right. Nudge this node up a fraction, just this one single node right here. There. Okay, So could we be, I think we'll probably have a small, if we loop that, supposedly loop it, I mean we're not looping it, but supposedly loop it. Alright, we'll try it. Bring this way. And then in here, something like this. It's going to need a little bit of tweaking, but some simulation while I just drop this down, stop any more flooding from happening. Right, so not feeling the magic, you know. I'm not feeling the magic. Oops, wrong way. And a bit more brush strength. How's about that? Needs rocks and grasses. Yeah, oh, I agree with the detailing. I'm just the shape. And the thing is, we could now probably carry that into this loop as well. Now tie the whole thing into one. I might be overdoing this. I might be overthinking this, you know. Might just be a little bit overthinking this. I'll soften some of this up as well too. Popped and dropped and started again. Anybody see this? Yeah, me too. There's always something. Better. Right. Ditty dotty. But yeah, I don't like it at all. But I'm going to leave it for now. I'm not getting rid of it now. Not right now. I might get rid of it later, but I'm not going to get rid of it now. I'm not sure. I think actually what could make that work is, I said about wetland area over here. If we use the same sort of style in a couple of places across the map, so this sort of style of wetland into here, especially on the north side, and then maybe in the middle of this island, one or two similar shaped just so that it's not the one place on the entire map. That's the problem with these lakes here. It's the one place on the entire map where you see this and you go, why are they there? And they're only there to decorate the intersection. So I mean, I know the only place on the entire map where we have a triangle lake is here, but this is the downtown area. So a nice triangular lake as a showpiece lake in the middle of the city, I think is a good idea. This, I think, is the one place where city builders might have a grumble. This is quite narrow. What are you going to do along here? Not my problem. There's enough room in there to do something. I say not my problem. I'm the map maker. So yeah, we've done well. We've completely created this from scratch today. Although it looks like, have we got a broken node here? Hello? Oh, wow. Okay. That's very odd. Don't remember doing that. Let's go straight. Or are we going? Try to remember how you do this. It's going to be fine. It's this. Let's go into tunnel mode. That will probably do it. That's not what I wanted to do neither. What? Okay. Let's go back above ground. Why are you not clipping to this? Why are you not? Snapping to that? That is really, really odd. That might work a bit better. Don't want the props. I want the nodes of the roads. And then that. Why is this not snapping to this? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? Tunnel and a key off. Oh, what am I doing wrong here? All your snaps are off. Oh, thanks. Just being an absolute nerfkin. But why? Oh, maybe I need to go deep. Deep, 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 deep. Why won't it let me go deep? Really confused here at the moment. Everything was fine. And then Dan came along. I don't... What? What? I had a Why? I'm baffled. Right. We are going back into tunnel mode. We're out of bulldoze mode. I mean, seriously? Are you having a snaffle? All right, move that. Don't blame me for my game's errors. Right, okay, I've got a plan. It's not a very good plan, but it's a plan. And the plan is going to be to cancel all my plans. Move it. Everything apart from the roads. No, it's the only thing I've selected is the roads. Right. Everything. There we are. Move all that up out of the way. Right, that's gone now. We will no doubt come back and fix that in a minute. That is good. So now we will go back into a road. Oh, fiddlesticks. We will get there in a moment. Can we come out of bulldoze mode, please? Slope too steep. Why is it too steep? There's no reason for it to be too steep. Why is it going all the way up there? I don't understand at the moment, but if I can drag that down, drag it down a bit more. Then please, I'm asking very nicely. Seriously? Bollocks to it all. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete the entire underground section here. Oh, I'm going to have to move this as well, aren't I? Honestly, as problems go, it's not a very big problem. All of you to here, get out of the way. I don't want you being affected. Now, I really don't want any problems this time. We're going to go back to overground with our road. Hang on, which means going to, there you go, that would help. Why? Why? Hang on. That would help. Do you know what? I'll take... I was about to say I'll take that. But I won't take that. Because you can't tell it how high it's going to be until you've actually placed the node. Which is... I'm not having a good time all of a sudden. I was about to end the stream. Page down, I tried page down. I really tried page down. It tried me so hard. Okay, more page down. "30 clicks a page down and we get this." I mean, really? Try placing the road. Press the home key. That might get it to base terrain? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Right. So, before placing the road, press the home key. Done that. Nope. What we have, though, is a tunnel. Space already occupied. Why? What's the space already occupied by? And a key out of that. Bring it all the way across here. Well, it's connected. It's not pretty, but it is connected. Oh no. Right. Well, that's not wanting to play. Hang on, but that's not connected. That is a T there, and it means that it's not connected. We've got a double T down here now. Why? Holy sh... Do you know what? Everything was fine. Everything was fine. And now everything has gone to doom. And I want to cry. And at this point, as entertaining as this is for you, I need to get away from it. I've got things to do as well. But it's 4:10 in the UK time. I need to get some stuff done. So, yeah, it may have bugged out. I agree. Something isn't right there. And I'm making a bigger mess as I go. So, because I've got to be moving this back, and now this is probably not going to fit in there, and I'm going to have to realign all of this. It's just made me a shit ton of work, and I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to come back to it, I think. So yes, did I miss anything in chat? Stark, hi Stark. They were wetlands long ago. The intersection didn't need to be as dry as the rest of the area. Good point. Absolutely, very valid argument. What a way to end an episode. Not happy at all about that, but shrug my shoulders, crack on, make myself a new coffee, because that one's 2.5 hours old now. Not really drinkable. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. We will have the Dev Diary tomorrow. Also, episode 3 of Viewfinder. I haven't uploaded it yet, but that'll be coming along as well. I need to do some Patreon posts as well with the schedule for the week. I'm so far behind today. But I was having fun until that. It's not really good. But yeah, I will restart will probably fix this, I imagine. And if it doesn't, then I'm just going to delete the map. Screw it. Oh, the other thing, the 81 player collaboration, that is, the video should be imminent. Probably get that one out on Tuesday now, I think. It's, I think, good to go. All I need to do now is actually get myself organised for when people start coming to me going, can I have a tile, please? Because I'm going to have to keep track of who's got what tile. And I know there's going to be 80 people with 80 different questions. Because people are idiots and don't know how to read. I don't mean that, but you know what I mean. It's like, yep, that was in the video. Didn't watch the video because it was 20 minutes long. Fine. So you're going to waste my time for the next 20 minutes instead of watching the video, which explains it. But yeah, it's not exactly rocket science. Basically, I assign you a tile, you build on the tile, you save the save game, you share me the link, and then I use move it to export it into the map with everybody else's save. This is how the collab's going to work. Everybody gets one tile, but you've got a limited number of assets and a limited amount of nodes. Plus also questions like, do you have to have mass transit? And questions like that are going to be covered in the video. So I was having so much fun. I hate this game. Anyway, cheers guys. Thanks for joining me. Giving me company for a couple of hours. I really appreciate it. We'll do this again probably Tuesday night. Maybe Tuesday morning. Maybe, well, it won't be Monday night. There's too much to do on the Monday night. Maybe Monday night after the Dev Diary. I don't know. Something, somewhere along the line, we'll be doing some more. And I'll get this fixed. I might do this off camera tonight, maybe. We'll see. See me at the end of the next stream. Yeah, stop snoozing, Snoozeby. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. As always, I don't have an outro, so remember, now's the right time to click the like button if you haven't done so already. I've been BonBonB. You've been very, very welcome. I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.